Hello, my friends. So today I just filmed only a foundation routine just because, for one, in my last video my skin was disgusting. So I've been doing this routine ever since and my skin's really been healing, so it's pretty cool. And then for two, every time I post a video after this, I'm not gonna bother posting my foundation routine part of it because it takes forever, so I can just link this video to that and then hopefully we'd be all Gucci. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and for those of you that do have acne prone skin, I hope that this helps at all. And yeah, thank you. So the first thing I've been doing lately is moisturizing my face, but I mix it with a little bit of a darker foundation, and this is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation or something like that, the label rubbed off. But I mix those two together and put it on my face, gives my face a little bit of color back to it. And yeah, this foundation is really the big reason why I think my skin has been able to heal so much. This foundation apparently is supposed to prevent acne, so I mean, for me that holds true. It's been pretty good for me lately. So then I take a flat kabuki brush, it's from Sigma, and then I take another foundation, just a different shade, and I pat it into my skin. And the foundation by itself is really good at covering most of my acne and imperfections. So it's a very buildable foundation. You can build it up to be like pretty much as full coverage as you want it to be. And this foundation, it doesn't get cakey, it's not heavy to wear, and it feels really nice on the skin. So I appreciate that about it. And then for wherever I didn't feel like I covered enough, I just take a heavy duty Glamouflage concealer and I pat it onto the places where I feel like need a little more coverage, which is for me my cheeks. My cheeks have a lot of acne scars on them. And then I like to rub it around my nose and keep everything as balanced as possible. And I just take the rest and rub it on my neck. So I've been concealing my face with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20. It's a little bit lighter than my skin, and I literally only use one pump and my ring finger, and I pat it underneath my eyes, a little bit on my forehead, and on my chin, how all that goes. And then I just pat it in very gently with my ring finger. And I still had foundation left over on my hand. So next I just powder my face, but it's not the NYX mineral powder that I had, it's the Ben Nye banana powder. I just like to put it in that container, and I take a flat fluffy brush and I press the powder everywhere. I'm not picky about my powders, I just use whatever I have, and I had the banana powder at the time. So I included my eyebrows in this video. I don't know why, I feel like it's important. It counts as foundation, so whatever. So I just take my Anastasia Dip Brow and the brush, and I line the bottom of my eyebrow first. And I use very small strokes. And then I line the top part of my eyebrow. And then you get something like this, and so I hold on to the brush at the very end, so I put the least amount of pressure on the brush and fill in the front part of my eyebrow. And then I take a little bit of my powder, Faint, in the Naked Basics palette, and I like to darken up the areas that I don't have hair. And then I take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Tinted Gel and I run it along my eyebrow hairs. And I take my Boing Concealer and a little brush and conceal the top part. I just like to clean it up a little bit. And then I take my Pro Longwear concealer and I highlight and conceal and clean up the bottom part of my eyebrow. So here I'm showing off one eyebrow and then no eyebrow, or at least an ugly one, and then a nice one. It makes a difference. It really does. So there we go. Eyebrows on fleek, I suppose. Who knows? Maybe I'll hate the way I do my eyebrows in a month or two. So I take this Victoria's Secret palette, and at the bottom of it there's a bronzer, and I just like to bronze my face. So this is what I'm using. And then a Real Techniques fluffy brush. So when I've been bronzing lately, I've been using a very light amount of pressure on my brush, and I just try my best to sweep it as lightly as possible onto my cheeks, or in the hollows of my cheeks, and then I build the layers so that it gets darker and darker, but not doing anything too harsh. At least I think so. Okay. And then I move on to my hairline, because it's important to have everything nice and balanced. And then underneath my jawline. And then a little on the nose. And then you can take your foundation brush, and I just like to clean up like where I feel like the bronzer might have went a little too far. I just clean up where I don't want it, kind of erase it. And I take my MAC blush and a fluffy little elf brush, and I really just like to pat this into the top part of my cheekbone. I don't like to move it too far into the center of my cheek. And I hold the brush really lightly and sweep it across my cheeks very lightly as well. And then I blend everything together with my powder brush. Then I go to highlight, and I just take, you know, whatever light color you got and a brush and pat it on top of your cheekbones, on your forehead a little bit, down your nose, Cupid's bow, your chin, all that good stuff. And then I think we end up done. So there's just the foundation. Yay! Fake nice skin if you don't have nice skin, and if you do have nice skin, take care of that skin. Gang gang. Alright, thanks for watching.